We're making a coin pouch. To start, place your zipper right sides together with the front main fabric panel. Then place your lining piece right sides together with the front panel. This is a side view here to show you what that looks like. Then we're going to sew at about 1/4 inch seam allowance right up against the zipper teeth, making sure you don't run over your zipper pull or the zipper teeth. Next, you want to pull your main fabric and your lining fabric in opposite directions. Make sure the seam allowance is underneath the main fabric side. We're going to sew at 1/8 inch seam allowance. We're going to sew a top stitch on that main fabric side. Once the top stitch is done, fold back that lining side, and now we are going to make a zipper sandwich on the open side of that zipper. Place the main fabrics right sides together, flip it over, place the lining fabrics right sides together. Again, you're going to get a look at that side view to see how that sort of stacks up. Now you're going to take that to your sewing machine. You're going to sew at about 1/4 inch seam allowance all the way down the side, making sure you sew as close as you can to the zipper teeth, but you definitely don't want to run over the zipper teeth, and you also don't want to run over your zipper pull. Once again, you're going to pull your main fabric away from the lining fabric, and you're going to sew 1/8 inch seam allowance top stitch on that opposite main fabric side. At this point, make sure your zipper's open. Place the main fabric panels right sides together. Also place the lining fabric panels right sides together. Make sure you line up the sides. You want to line up the top stitch on both sides. Go ahead and place some clips there to make sure you keep the fabric stabilized. My open zipper pull is over here on the right. I want to place my fabric label on the opposite side of that. So between the two main panel pieces, you're going to place your fabric label where you want it. Then we're going to be sewing all the way around the project, leaving about a 3-inch opening on the lining side. Make sure as you're sewing around the project, you do not sew over top of the metal zipper pull or the metal zipper stopper if you have one on the zipper that you're using. Once you've sewn all the way around your project, go ahead and clip your corners. You'll want to clip the corners in order to reduce the bulk on the inside of your pouch. Then you can turn the entire project right side out. Leave your lining out so that you can tuck in the raw edges in the top of that lining. And then you're going to sew at 1/8 inch seam allowance to close up that hole. Now you can cut off all of those thread tails. Take your lining piece and put it inside the main panel. Get everything tucked in. Get those corners pushed out as much as you can. Then you can check, make sure your zipper's working. After that, you're all set. You've got a coin pouch.